Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever is going on for you. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Beverly Wixon, creator of Happy Minds, Wealthy Lives and the Infinite Abundance Private Membership, and the author of Get Rich on Any Salary. I'm a former school teacher who broke out of the teachers don't make any money and decided to make some for myself. And now I'm here to share it with you. And gratitude is like the fastest path to cash. Fastest. And so with this being November, and here in the US, that means Thanksgiving, I think this is a great time to do some gratitude checks, daily gratitude checks. So, first thing I'd like to ask you is what are you grateful for about your home? Now, I don't want you just to simply say something like, well, it gives me shelter. It's a place to lay my head. I want you to really dig a little deeper and think about what are you truly grateful about your home? Yes, it does those two things. It gives you a place to sleep. It gives you shelter from the rain and the elements. And since it's getting a little cooler right here in Florida, that means it's in the 60s. it's it's a wonderful thing to have is your home. But think deeper. Think more than just one thing. I'm grateful for central air and heat. I rarely turn on my heater. It hasn't been on this year so far, and that includes back in January. But it may, because it seems like we're going to have a cooler one. I'm grateful that it's located in a place that doesn't terribly get damaged by the hurricanes. I'm grateful that I have a loft, so I can put things up there that I don't use all the time, but I also don't want to put up to an attic because then it's too difficult to get to. I'm grateful that I have a yard. I'm grateful that the sun comes in, which it's doing right now, which is why there's a shadow on me. I'm grateful that it has electric. I'm grateful that I own it outright. All I have to do is pay my property taxes and homeowners insurance, but I don't have a mortgage anymore. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that it's a place where I can gather with a few friends and I can have things that I love out in it. And I'm grateful because I do, use the sage and everything on it. So I'm grateful that I get rid of the energies. I'm grateful that I'm the first owner so that I don't have to worry about ghosts or anything being here that aren't attached to me. So lots of things to be grateful for. And it might even be the stuff inside. It might be that you're grateful for your sofa. You're grateful for your bed. You're grateful for hot running water. You're grateful for an indoor toilet. I'm grateful for all those things. Trust me, I'm grateful for all of those things. Just want you to dig deep. And then I want you to go a little deeper and think, why are you grateful for those things? Not just I'm grateful for that, but why? You might be grateful for the shelter because it keeps you warm. It keeps you cool. It keeps you out of the elements. It keeps you out of the wind and the rain and the snow. It might be that you're grateful for the furniture because it's so comfortable that you can lie down on your sofa and take a nap without it being this complicated thing of, pulling the covers off and then remaking your bed. It might be that you're grateful for the central air and heat so that you don't have to worry about window units, or so that it's easier to keep clean. You change a filter. You have somebody come out once or twice a year to service it. You don't have to just open windows. You might also be grateful that your windows open so easily and that you don't have to have your air on all the time so that you can get fresh air. I do remember a few days of being able to do that, and it's lovely to let that air flow. It lets the energy flow. It releases any stagnated energies. So it's a great thing. Sadly, I don't do that as often as I used to because it's been so hot. But I am grateful I have the ability to open windows and get some cross ventilation going. So think about those things. I'm grateful that I have pictures that I painted on the wall because it reminds me of my creativity. I'm not a great artist, certainly, but I have a little bit of creativity that I was even able to do that. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have an analog clock on the wall because it reminds me that I lived in a time when everything wasn't digital, that I lived in a simpler time. And simplicity is freedom. And that's what reminds me to try to keep things simple. So, what are you grateful for about your home? I'd love to hear it in the comments below, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.